This is my private property. You only own the premises around this apartment. Would you like to go to the apartment? It's going to be $1,000 per trip.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Alan. While I'm a business owner, I also take care of the property that I inherited from my family. I'm currently in another country for a long-term business trip, but... Huh? Who's that? Wait, what the heck? Oh my God, that photo that was texted to me. I was hoping that it was a fake picture that was sent as a prank, but I can't believe this apartment was really built. Isn't it amazing? Huh? This is my private property. Why did you build this apartment without my consent? It seems like you're misunderstanding something. You only own the premises around this apartment. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I own the entire land around this area. Didn't you hear what I just said? Here, look at this then. What? As you can see, our company owns the land here. That's not possible. It is possible, and that's why we were able to build this apartment. No way! And we're grateful to make so much profit out of it. I'm sure I'll be promoted soon. This land is at its best use with this apartment, rather than being sad and empty. But you can't do this! We're gonna start accepting applications from our prospective residents in just 6 months from now. I can't stop smiling. You can't do this without my consent! Are we able to do anything about this apartment? Of course not! And even if I could, I would never! What makes you think we'd be willing to demolish an apartment that we just built? But this isn't right! Do you want to see this again then? Here! Hey! You can look at this as many times as you want, and it's not gonna change the fact that we own the land here! But this just doesn't sound right. Besides, you haven't even been using this land for anything. What's the big deal then anyways? That's not the point here. If you don't stop, I'm gonna call the cops on you. Now please leave. Goodbye. This conversation isn't gonna take us anywhere. I guess I have no choice but to leave now. But what happened? He sounded like he truly believed that he owned that land. If there's one person I can think of who might know anything about this, it would be... I had an idea of who the suspect might be in this incident. Not here, huh? I guess I was right. I haven't been getting responses to my text messages ever since I got back in town either. This might take some time, but I'm gonna make sure I get my land back. And there's one more thing that I should do. I think this is going to be the best time for it. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble Busters! Sir, the floor that we have for you has a perfect view. You would even think that you live on the top of the world. I can't wait to see the property.
I can't wait either.
We're almost there. Oh my God! What's the matter? Oh, what the heck? What's going on? You never told me that the apartment is surrounded by a large lake. I don't know what's going on either. Hello? Oh, it's you. Would you like to go to the apartment? It's going to be $1,000 per trip. $1,000? You're kidding me! I'm not kidding. I mean, you built a lake around the apartment. This is ridiculous. I just built a lake on my property. What's wrong with that? Huh? But you said it yourself the other day. You said that I own the premises around the apartment. Doesn't that mean I can do whatever I want around the apartment? Now, you seemed like you wanted to cross my property, so I'm charging you a $1,000 fee to cross it. No way! Besides, I was initially planning on leasing this land to a farmer. A farmer? You can't even do that anymore after building a lake. Not necessarily. There's a plant called Water Shield. They grow inside of lakes. That's why I decided to build a lake. Oh, I see. But that's not okay. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't okay.
That's so inconvenient.
Oh, this isn't what it was supposed to be like. Let me explain it to you. I'd like to cancel my application to move in here. Cancel? Wait, hold on!
You're going to make a full refund to our prorate, too.
What? I'm sure it's inconvenient for anyone to live at a property that requires you to cross a lake every time you go home. How dare you! You're doing this to obstruct my business! That's not my problem. Besides, I have my own business going on. No, this is clearly an obstruction of business with bad intentions. I could file a lawsuit against you. What are you talking about? I'm the one who could file a lawsuit against you. What? How in the world is that even possible? It's because you built an apartment on my land without even getting my permission. What you've done is considered a building invasion crime. Look, I already told you that the apartment was built on our land. I even showed you the certificate of title, too. It wasn't fake, it was real. You're right, that wasn't fake. See, I knew I was right about this. The document was real, but it wasn't legally obtained, right? What are you trying to say? Don't act like you don't know this. I already did my research. You worked with my wife to commit this crime, right? Because you desperately wanted the land, you waited until I was gone on my business trip before you decided to visit my wife. You talked to her about selling you the land, right? Well, that was, I just felt that something was strange about this, and that's why I decided to talk to my wife first. And that's how I found out the truth behind this whole matter. How dare she? So you knew about this, huh? That's right. I bought this land from your wife. Do you get it now? But the way you obtained this property isn't legal. Huh? What do you mean? In order for someone to buy land, you need the landowner's consent. But the two of you ended up making this transaction without the landowner, which was me. You keep saying that you weren't aware, but how do we know if you're telling the truth? Or who knows if you just forgot? You don't seem to understand. What? In order for a change in ownership of property to happen, the owner must provide consent to the transaction. This will apply even if I had hypothetically had a third person take care of the process. Oh, I'm sure there would be exceptions. That would only be when the owner is not in a state to provide such consent, such as due to illness, or if the owner legally assigns a third person to give consent on their behalf. Neither of those apply to this case, therefore the transaction took place against my will. I didn't know that. Those are great to know. Why are you acting like this has nothing to do with you? I mean, doesn't that make your wife guilty of everything? All I did was to have a transaction to purchase the land. I have nothing to do with the fact that your wife did this behind your back. If you're gonna file a lawsuit, it should be against your wife, not me. Of course, my wife is gonna face her own social consequences. However, that's not going to let you get away with this matter. Why not? I mean, I could also be considered to be deceived by her, too. More like you deceived her, right? That's not true. Why don't you take a look at this then? Here we go.
I'm sorry, but I can't possibly sell the property without his consent.
It's okay. I know exactly how to handle this.
But then...
Ma'am, I have to tell you that I saw you with another man the other day.
Oh my.
I won't ask you to bribe me with money. All I want is for you to make a quick signature on this form, all right? Oh my God! As you can see, this is footage from my surveillance camera. This is only a part of it, but I have evidence that you were the instigator for this whole scheme. This is terrible!
How dare you?
But why? I didn't think there was a camera. Oh? What exactly do you mean by saying that? Oh, nothing. I just didn't think there was a camera when I was there. I wouldn't have expected you to notice. There's an object that has a hidden camera by our front door, and that hidden camera had captured the entire interaction between you and my wife. That's not fair. I find it quite ironic that I also discovered the fact that my wife had been cheating on me, but I was also able to obtain evidence that you were instigating this illegal transaction of my property. But your wife was the one who made a final decision on her end. I was just someone who purchased the land. I even have a certificate of title. As I mentioned earlier, the change in ownership can only occur with the property owner's consent. Since you didn't have my consent, this is considered a forgery of an official document, while your certificate of title becomes invalid. This also means that you've committed a building invasion crime. Oh my God! I'm telling you now that if you file a lawsuit, you're only going to lose. Damn it! I never thought things would turn out this way! Oh, wait! That means you're illegal too! What do you mean? You may not have known this, but it's illegal for you to take care of these matters on your own! What? Let me explain this to you. It's illegal for you to try and handle these types of matters without taking legal action. For example, if someone parked their car on your property and you call a tow truck, that person could file a lawsuit against you for doing so. I think I heard about that before. You're claiming that this is your land, and therefore this applies in this case. If you want to file a lawsuit against me, go ahead, but I'm taking you with me. What are you guys all laughing about? It sounds like you have no idea what you're talking about. As I mentioned before, this land belongs to me, and the part of this land that I built a lake on is what you don't claim to own. If I had done anything to damage this apartment, it would be an illegal action. However, since I haven't laid my finger on the apartment, what you're saying doesn't apply in this case. What? Really?
Oh, that's just common sense.
I thought you would know! If you were gonna fight against me to tell me that it's illegal for you to handle this on my own, you should have just bought the entire land without my consent! I just didn't have enough funds to do that! You failed either way. God damn it! Now I guess this apartment is not gonna be any use at this point. What is it? I didn't have any bad intentions over this. Huh? I had no knowledge to anything that you explained to me just now. Are you saying that it's okay to build a structure on someone's private property as long as you had no knowledge? Well, this is a serious crime, and you can be sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment. You can't just say that you didn't know that it was illegal. Crime? Does that mean I'll be behind bars? That's right. By the way, the forgery of official documents will also be an additional crime that you committed. But then, you're not the police or anything. Can't you just let go of this? You have such a big land, and perhaps you can share it with me. That's not the problem here. It's not like you're taking a small bite out of food that you're running at a restaurant. Oh, a perfect example. You're not getting away by flattering me. Ugh. There's no way you can lie to me that you didn't know any of this. I have a record of your conversation with my wife, and you even work for a real estate company, too. He's completely right. It sounds like that man on the boat knows exactly what he's talking about.
We're canceling our move-in.
Wait, no, don't cancel! We have our own lives to take care of. We can't possibly let you set us back for something like this. I'll make sure I take care of this matter, so please.
But then,
Alan? What is it? Can we settle this dispute among us? Oh, please. You said so many things as you wish, and now you're asking to settle this dispute among us, huh? Look, I'm gonna be in huge trouble if you don't let this go. Please, I beg you. Well then, perhaps I can reconsider. Really? Yup. Yeah, this is great. People are vulnerable to emotions. I knew I could get away with this if I pretended like I was crying. Ah! However, I'm going to make sure you pay for the property damage. Yikes! I forgot about that! I got carried away trying to get away without getting arrested! Due to the fact that you damaged my land to build a structure without my consent, and the fact that you obstructed the water shield business, I will be requesting $300,000 from you to compensate for the property damage. What? $300,000? That's too much! The exact location that you built this apartment was supposed to be a water shield farm. Because of the apartment, the water shield business will lose its productivity. So, I ask you to be responsible for that. I wished I could also ask you to demolish the apartment, but I'm sure that will be challenging. I could perhaps officially sell you the land, and that way you can keep the apartment. What do you think? But I already paid your wife the money! That's for the illegal transaction you had. That's your problem and not mine. Does that mean that I have to pay you? It's gonna be a little over $1 million with the land included. Thanks for the $1 million business! That's way too much! There's no way I could afford that much! We can perhaps forget all that I said. I will go ahead and report this to the police. Are you okay with that? No, you can't do that! But our negotiation failed, right? I guess I have no choice. So, now that the negotiation failed, hold on, there's one more thing we could do. What is it? Can you give me some time? What? You're just trying to get away. No, it's regarding the reservations I have for the apartment. We're fully booked, and as long as I collect all the fees from the clients, I could perhaps afford to pay you. But your property is still surrounded by the lake. Why don't we build a bridge? We'll pay for the expenses, right? How about that? I see. It'll take time, but I'll make sure you get your money. Sure, I don't mind. Really? Sure. Oh, I'm so glad you understood. I said I don't mind. Huh? Look behind you. Behind me? Huh? Where'd they go? I'm sure they were tired of this nonsense. I know they're still nearby. Oh, look who's calling. Hello? Sean! Oh my God, Mr. Stanton! I heard about what was going on. What was going on? It's regarding the new apartment complex. I just got a call that Mr. Edmund wishes to cancel his move-in. Mr. Edmund? Wait, canceled? Ah, I knew it. Damn it, that stupid couple. Oh, that was just one couple that canceled. I'm sure we can find another. That's only if it's going to be for one property. Huh? We've been getting multiple calls from other clients regarding the wish to cancel their booking. What? Really? Mr. Edmund was quick to spread the news. Really? How did Mr. Edmund even? Mr. Edmund? Oh! What, do you know him? I recall after hearing his name, but he's a well-known entrepreneur. He has a lot of followers on social media, too. Oh my God! You're kidding me! Mr. Edmund also told me that you purchased that land illegally, too. Yikes! If this was true, but I'm almost about to settle this dispute among us. Okay, how much is it going to cost us? Well, a mistake of an employee is the company's responsibility, so, you fool! How dare you! Sean, we're going to talk about this when you get back to the office. Hello, Mr. Stanton? Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I guess your company is going to take a huge liability because of what you've done. Well, the company will be responsible for this whole matter. It wasn't to my best interest, but perhaps I could resign from my job. I don't think it's that simple. Huh? If an associate ends up causing a huge liability to the company, there are cases where the company could sue that former employee, too. What do you mean by that? It's case by case, but in our case, you caused this damage intentionally. They can make you compensate at least a quarter of the liability. A quarter? Oh my God! Which means that you'll be liable for a few $100,000. What the heck? I can't possibly afford that! But if you don't pay that, we're not going to settle this among us. Give me a break. This is all your fault because you built that stupid lake around the apartment. Oh, you can't blame me after everything we just talked about. Yes, I can. If only you didn't build that lake, I would have been making so much profit out of the apartment. You better be liable for some of the... You're kidding me. Oh my God. What caused all this? Who deceived his clients? Well, it seems like compensating for the property damage isn't enough for you. Oh God, no, that can't happen. I'm sorry, I got a little carried away. I apologize, so please, I'll forgive you after you come out of prison. No, you can't do this to me. Sean was arrested for building invasion crime as he built a structure on my private property while he was also charged with forgery of official documents. His company ultimately paid me the property damages, while he's also going to be liable for a quarter of that liability. He now has a criminal record and a large debt. Since I didn't want to go through the hassle of demolishing the apartment, I was able to settle this dispute with the real estate agency by having them build a bridge to cross the lake. They were able to find residents for the property after the bridge was built. By the way, I also made sure that my ex-wife who betrayed me was charged with a great amount of settlement for the divorce. Everything is all good now. Trouble Busters!
You must be my sweet angel! Daddy's come to pick you up! You're so pretty, which means that you got my good looks!
She's his daughter. You need to return her to him. What are you talking about? She's not your daughter.
What? I'm exhausted and starving. What's for dinner?
I'm preparing dinner now. Could you wait a few more minutes? Sorry about this.
You knew that I was on my way home. Why to wait? You're a housewife. This is about the only thing that you do and you can't even get it right.
I'm sorry, Ken. Dinner's almost ready.
I was really busy today and worked hard and dinner's not even ready. This sucks. What do you do at home every day anyway? You must have a lot of time on your hands. I'm sure you're not hungry because you don't work, but I'm starving. Don't you get it?
I feel bad, Ken. If you could let me know a little bit earlier when you're coming home, I can have everything on the table for you.
Why do you expect so much from me? I'm busy. I'm sure that by now you have a pretty good idea of when I might come home.
You make it seem like I have nothing to do all day, but that's not true. Being a housewife is no easy job, okay?
Don't make me laugh. You live off of my money and you don't need to worry about going into work every day. I can't get any easier than that. Stop putting additional pressure on me, okay? As my wife, you should be able to predict when I'm coming home.
Okay, I'll make more of an effort.
Good, that's what I wanted to hear. Is dinner ready now? I've been waiting for quite some time now.
Yes, it's ready. Let me bring it to you. Here you go. Enjoy.
Fish? Are you kidding me? I hate fish! How many times do I have to tell you that? I want some meat! The fish alone isn't gonna make me full.
You ate a lot of meat yesterday, so I wanted to cook you a healthier menu tonight.
I don't mind having some fish as a side dish, but I also want some meat! I'm sure I told you this many times before, but I want at least one meat dish with every meal. I'll eat the fish as long as you promise to make me something else with meat in it.
I'm not a professional chef, and I can't make so many dishes for one meal.
So you're saying that I'm stuck with just fish tonight?
That's not all. You have some spinach on the side and rice to go with the fish.
I don't see any meat anywhere! Dang!
Well, that's because I didn't prepare anything with meat tonight.
This totally sucks. I was looking forward to dinner after a long day of work, and this is what I had to come home to? I don't want to eat this. I'm going out to eat some steak at a restaurant. You can have my fish.
My name is Helen, and I'm a housewife, but before that, I had an actual career. I met my husband Ken through work and was thrilled to be married to him, but things were not how I imagined them to be. While we were still dating, Ken was the perfect gentleman and he treated me well, but things changed after we were married. He's a completely different person. I can't believe that he played me. He's not the nice person that I thought he was. But I didn't want to give up so easily on the marriage. I did what I could to make him happy. I thought about what I would cook for him and tried to be creative so that he wouldn't get tired of my cooking.
Why do you spend so much time thinking about recipes? You're wasting your time.
How is this funny? I'm doing this all for you.
And look at that apron of yours. You look ridiculous. Why that apron? Looks terrible on you. Can't you make an effort to dress more sexily? Feel like you've given up on your looks altogether after we got married. You dress like a comedian if you ask me.
Ken had a point. I'd picked out this apron because it was practical, not because it looked cute on me.
You're no longer the young, attractive woman I fell in love with. People might think that you're middle-aged already. I think you should do something about the way you dress before it's too late.
Ken would mock me like this on a daily basis, and I didn't appreciate it. Was Ken taking out the stress of his work onto me? He was coming home late every night, so he must be busy. For a second, I thought he might be cheating on me, but I decided that would be too cruel, even for Ken. But I was right in having those bad feelings because it turned out that Ken was having an affair. One day, I was on the way to the supermarket when I saw Ken on a date with another woman. Who is that woman next to Ken? They look very chummy. Ken, what are you doing? I thought you had work today. And who is this?
Oh, hey, are you out to the supermarket?
Yes, I am, but could you please answer my question first? Who is she and what are you two doing out together?
She's my girlfriend and we're engaged.
Oh, you're his wife, the one that he's about to divorce. I feel bad for you, clearly. Ken wants to be with me, so... Did I just hear that right? Is Ken allowed to be engaged to someone else while we're still married? Ken's married to me, so I don't see how he's engaged to you. Besides, this is the first time I'm hearing about you. Well, as Ken mentioned, I'm going to be Ken's wife soon. He loves me so much more than you. You can do us a favor by agreeing to divorce him ASAP. You're just trying to justify your affair. Ken, say something. Don't you feel bad about what you're doing to me? Ken, make her stop. She's scaring me.
Ellen, you need to calm down. Don't make a scene in public. And don't you do anything to intimidate Mia. She's much younger than you.
What the hell is your problem? I have every right to be shocked and furious. I'm the victim here. Here, take this. It'll make you feel better. Buy yourself something nice with this.
Mia's father's a successful CEO. He comes from a good family. And as you can see, she's beautiful. She's perfect in every way.
I can get you more money if the amount I just gave you isn't enough. By the way, I'm pregnant with Ken's child. So as you can see, I'm the one who should be married to Ken. Ken, I can't believe you would do this to me, you monster.
Mia and I are in love. It's fitting that we have a baby together, don't you think? You should be happy for me.
Don't be so angry. We didn't mean for everything to happen so quickly and for us to fall in love like this. I'm pregnant, so you have to be nice to me. I was speechless after finding out that Ken had impregnated his lover, Mia. Mia had just given me $150,000 in cash. I'd never seen so much money in my life. My initial reaction was to sue Ken, but seeing that Mia had already given me more than enough money, I didn't know what to do. So I decided to divorce Ken. I wonder what's wrong with me. Did I eat too much? My stomach hurts so much. My period is late.
Congratulations, you're pregnant!
What?
I hope that this is a pleasant surprise for you. I promise to make you happy for the rest of your life, Mia.
I love you so much, Ken. It wasn't an easy decision, but I decided to raise my baby as a single mother. Sarah, are you ready to go? I'm almost ready, Mommy. You're gonna be late for kindergarten. You look so adorable when you dance. I love dancing. It's so much fun. I want to be a professional dancer when I grow up. That would be great. Sarah, we really need to get going, though. After becoming a mother, I went back to work at my previous employer. Some of my colleagues knew about my divorce from Ken, and they were very considerate of my feelings. I was completely over Ken at that point, though. It made things easier for me because Ken had already quit the company by the time I was back at work. He was now working at Mia's father's company. To be honest, I never wanted to see either of them again. It would be too aggravating for me. One day, I was out in the city with Sarah. I'm a pretty dancer. Yes, I am.
You're such an adorable dancing young lady.
Thank you. That's so nice of you to say.
I'm not sure if you've heard of me before, but your daughter would be perfect for my team. Show me your moves. Ah, that's brilliant.
I'm sorry to interrupt all the fun, but...
Sorry, I got a little carried away. This is so fun, and your daughter is so talented. It's not every day that I discover a genius like her.
Thank you for taking interest in my daughter, but she's not interested in working in the entertainment industry. Mommy, you're wrong. I'm very interested. My dream is to become a world-famous pop star. Anytime I get to make a wish, that's what I wish for. Actually, that is true.
Then she should definitely give it a go. Her talents are too good to waste. Why don't we sit down and talk some more at my office?
Wow, you have an office in this building? You work for a really famous talent agency.
So now you trust that you're in good hands? I'm sure that your daughter will fit right in. See? Look how much fun she's having with the other children. I can see that she's very passionate about singing and dancing.
The talent agent was right. Sarah looked so happy doing what she loved, so I made the decision which I thought would make her even happier. After joining the talent agency, Sarah became famous and popular right away, and everyone wanted her to star in their works. Mommy, how long can I continue working as a child pop star and actress? As long as you want. Yay, that makes me so happy. I want to continue working as long as I can. Well, you don't have to decide right away. If you find a new passion, you can pursue that too.
Helen, you're being too easy on Sarah. You can't succeed in the entertainment business if you're not devoted.
I used to work in the entertainment industry as a child too, but it's not that easy, you know. Ken, Mia, what are you two doing here?
Helen, you're mediocre as always.
Ken, I hardly recognize you.
You must be my sweet angel. Daddy's come to pick you up.
What in the world are you talking about, Ken?
Sarah's my daughter, right?
She's his daughter. You need to return her to him. Ken and Mia figured out that I was the mother of a popular child star named Sarah and came to see us. Ken took interest in his daughter after finding out that she had a very successful career in the entertainment industry. This is why she had come to visit her at the talent agency. Actually, Sarah is not Ken's daughter, and we all know that Mia has nothing to do with Sarah, so please leave us alone.
Shut up, Helen. Timing-wise, Sarah's got to be my daughter.
Don't you feel sorry for Sarah that she doesn't get to grow up with her father by her side?
That's right. Sarah would be better cared for if she lived with Mia and I. Besides, Mia and I are much better off financially, and we can support Sarah's dream to succeed in the business. From the way that you dress, it's clear that you don't have that much money. I thank you for giving birth to beautiful Sarah, but I'm her father. She got her good looks from me. I'm glad that she took after me and not you.
It's because Sarah inherited her father's good looks that she's doing so well as a pop star. Let's play a big part in Star's success, you know.
If you agree to let Sarah live with us, you'll be compensated fairly. I'm sure that you can make good use of the money.
You shouldn't rely on Sarah to support you financially. That's not the type of pressure you want to put on a young child. You don't want to be a toxic mother.
If I were you, I'd listen and hand over Sarah. We know some important people in the industry, and if word gets out that you're toxic mother to Sarah, they will want me to have custody of her.
I couldn't believe what Ken was saying to me. It had not been easy for me to bring up Sarah as a single mother, but I did the best I could. I couldn't always attend Sarah's school events because I had a full-time job, and I felt bad about that. There were times when Sarah got upset that she didn't have a father like her other classmates. But I wasn't going to let someone like Ken take Sarah away from me. She was my only family. And I knew that Ken and Mia were only interested in Sarah because of all the media attention she was getting. Why don't you make this easy for everyone and hand Sarah over to us? We promise to keep her happy. Mommy, I know that man is not my daddy. I won't go with them, so you have nothing to worry about. Even if I were related to him, I wouldn't consider him as my daddy. Thank you for saying that, Sarah. I feel better now.
Have you made up your mind yet? We don't have all day.
Sarah belongs with us and you know it.
How much longer are you gonna make us wait?
Ken, calm down. You can't come in here and demand that I hand over Sarah. Sarah's Ken's daughter and you have no right to keep her from him. I want to stay here with my mommy. Don't talk back to me like that, you little brat.
May I ask what you're doing to my wife and daughter?
What? You're married to Helen? You're that famous backup dancer, aren't you?
Are you really married to Helen?
Yes, this is my husband, Alan.
What? I had no idea. Alan's super famous. Why would he marry a loser like you? Helen and I are childhood friends. She's been very supportive of my career from the very beginning when no one knew who I was. I knew that Helen was married before, but now that I've met you, I feel a lot better. Sorry to say, but you're not at all what I expected. What do you mean by that? I find you to be crass and rude, and you don't deserve to be with someone special like Helen. Don't appreciate the way you're talking to my wife and daughter. If you don't leave them alone, I'll have to trouble buster you both! I'm Sarah's real father. You and I both know it. I'm allowed to ask her to live with me as her father.
How many times do I have to tell you that Sarah's not your daughter?
She has to be. You conceived her around the time that we got divorced. I know she's mine.
Alan's already officially adopted Sarah, so you have no right to try to take her from us. It's true that you're her biological father, but legally, Alan is Sarah's father now. Where were you when Sarah and I really needed you? That's right, you were too busy spending time with Mia. Alan is a great father to Sarah. He takes really good care of her, and they get along really well. If you care about Sarah, you would let her go and let her be happy with Alan and I.
I miss my daughter and I want to see her, okay? There's no harm in that. Would you allow me to spend the day with Sarah? I'd like to get to know her.
That's a blatant lie. You're only going to try to take Sarah away from me. Mia, I heard that your father's company went out of business because of some wrongful trades. You and Ken only came here because you wanted to steal Sarah's money. I also heard that he borrowed a lot of money from some bad people and that he is deep in debt. Well,
Since you know what we're going through, can't you help us out? You had tricked me into falling for her, but I regret leaving you. She wasn't even pregnant. And now we're both broke. I wanted to apologize to you and get back with you, but because Mia's family's connections to the mafia, I couldn't do that.
Ken, don't make me look like the bad guy here. That's not fair. You told me that you fell in love with me because I was young and beautiful and so different from Helen. You went on and on about how much you loved me and how eager you were to end things with Helen. Don't blame me because things didn't go as planned. You should still love me even if we're broke. I feel sorry for Ken and Mia. They seem so unhappy. I bet they're being punished for being so cruel to my mommy.
You're absolutely right, Sarah. These two are being selfish, which is why things didn't work out for them.
For a second, I thought that you wouldn't make it at all today.
I'm a bit of a superstar, so I'm allowed to be a little late. I wouldn't have missed coming here today. You two mean the world to me, and I would do anything to protect you. When I found out about what was going on, I asked my manager if I could come home earlier than planned. I would have come here sooner, but my flight was delayed.
I was filming overseas. Are you enjoying it or is it mostly hard?
I've been overseas for a year now, so I'm used to it.
We miss living in the same house as you, Alan.
Stop slicking off, you two! We were only taking a short break. We'll get back to work right away, sir.
Could you please let me go? He deceived me. He's the one that needs to be punished.
Hey, don't try to blame this on me. You tricked me first.
Stop arguing and get back to work! I'm your master, and you have to do everything that I say! Now, try to get through this fire hole in your gorgeous costumes!
That's impossible! We'll get seriously burned and it's dangerous!
Well, don't give up before try! Now I want to see you in action! Go on! I don't have all day! If you disobey me, you won't be getting any supper tonight!
I don't want to! I'm scared of fire!
It's too hot. I don't want to do this anymore. Somebody help me.
Was that a complaint? I won't allow you to whine about the situation! You've ruined my mood! You two are only getting a glass of water for supper tonight!
Please don't do this to us! We're starving!
While Ken and Mia were enduring their punishment, things for my family and I were going really well. And she and Alan are now starring in the same movie. Some people complain that Sarah was benefiting from the fact that Alan, her father, was a famous actor, and that she was just using his connections to land big jobs. But over time, people saw that Sarah was a great actress on her own merit. And as their wife and mother, I'm loving watching the two of them succeed in their careers. My favorite time of day is when the two of them come home for dinner and we all sit down to talk about our days. I don't need an extravagant lifestyle. As long as Alan and Sarah are in my life, I'm the happiest woman alive. Ken and Mia got what they deserve for being so greedy. Troublebusters. We're not related, which makes you a stranger. Now, would you please get out of my house? Do you know how embarrassing it was for me to have to call you my brother all this time? Stay out of my life.
Hold on a second. This is my house too. Why do I have to be the one to move out?
You're not family, which means you don't belong here. Don't you know that you two are the ones who should be moving out? But why?
Explain it to us!
How long do you plan on living with Mom and Dad? Shouldn't you have your own place by now?
I'm not married and it doesn't make economical sense for me to get my own place.
I don't want to live under the same roof as you. You're very irritating.
But you don't live here.
Actually, my husband and I decided to move here, so there's no room for you anymore. You need to move out.
That's not fair. I've been living here for a long time now.
We're not related, which makes you a stranger. Now, would you please get out of my house? Don't you know how embarrassing it was for me to have to call you my brother all this time? Stay out of my life.
Hold on a second. This is my house too. Why do I have to be the one to move out?
You're not family, which means you don't belong here.
My name is Alan, and this is my sister Ariel. She's 2 years older than me. We're not related though because we became siblings after my mother remarried her father. Ariel and I don't get along, and I think it's mainly because she's a bad person.
Alan, I saw you speaking to one of my friends. Why would you embarrass me like that?
It was just a friendly conversation. What's wrong with that? She's really pretty.
What are you talking about? She's not pretty at all. You have such bad taste. I'm the type of girl that men find attractive.
Ariel was a narcissist who had a high opinion of herself.
Don't go talking to any of my friends, okay? I don't want them to know that I have a stupid brother like you.
But I am your brother. I'm not gonna lie to people about who I am.
Shut up, Alan. Just do as I say, okay?
Okay, fine.
I'm your older sister and I make the rules.
Yes, if you say so.
It makes sense that we're not related. We have nothing in common.
No, we don't.
Now pack up your stuff and get ready to move out. I don't want to bother my husband with your presence.
Oh, hey, Ellen. You're so lucky you have nothing to do all day. I'm so busy with work.
I do work. How do you both think that I'm unemployed?
Ariel and I work in healthcare. We do great work by saving lives every day. What do you do that anyone is grateful for?
That's right. You don't belong here with us.
Why do I have to move out? Besides, this house belongs to her grandmother.
I don't want to have to see your stupid face every day. It brings me down.
Well, let Grandma decide whether she wants me to move out or not.
Well, our father is the one that pays for everything, so he has a say in this.
Do you realize how selfish you're being right now?
Not as selfish as you are. I'm the one with the successful career. If anyone should be allowed to live here, it should be me.
If you want to say in this, you should become a doctor like us.
That makes no sense. What does my profession have to do with anything? I'm not smart enough to become a doctor.
I know what you're trying to do here, Alan. You can't stop us from moving in, though.
Why not? You don't want to live with me, and neither do I.
Well, you're the one that needs to go.
You're not related to me, and I don't want to live in the same house as you.
My mother lives here, and as her son, there's no problem in me being here.
Now that my husband and I are moving in, you can't stay here anymore. Don't you get that?
We plan on having children soon. We wouldn't want you to be around when that happens.
This conversation is going nowhere. The only thing they were saying was that I was a stranger and that I needed to move out. They weren't being logical. I decided to lock myself up in my room so that Ariel and her husband couldn't bother anymore.
Yo, stranger! Don't think that you can hide out in your room all day. We still require you to move out.
Don't come into my room! You're not welcome here!
Shut up, Alan. Ariel, let's do this. Turn out the lights. Get going.
Hey, what did you just do? I had some unfinished work on my computer!
That's a lie. You don't have a job.
Don't you now see that if you continue to live here, we'll make it a nightmare for you?
Good job, Ariel.
I'm not going down without a fight!
It's hilarious when you're angry, Alan. You're such a loser.
I had a good reason for not wanting to move out. A few days later, I was getting ready for a date with my girlfriend Melanie.
Alan, sorry to keep you waiting.
Hey, nice to see your face, Melanie.
Are you sure? Because you don't look it.
Is it that obvious? I can't hide anything from you, huh?
Tell me what's on your mind.
So I told Melanie about everything that was happening at home with my sister Ariel.
Why are they being so horrible to you? What do they have against you? It's unforgivable. Let me help you out. You can rely on me, Alan.
Thanks so much, Melanie. That means a lot.
Your sister and her husband need to be taught a lesson. I'm going to troublebuster them. Alan, what's the racket in here? You're giving me a headache.
It's already noon, sis. I'm allowed to make some noise.
No, you're not. Thinking about the other people living in this house.
Stop being so selfish, Alan.
What was wrong with them? Why are they being so self-righteous?
We're fed up with your stupidity.
I'm so glad that you and Ariel aren't related.
Me too. I couldn't be more different from Alan. I'm so much better than him. I'm starting to get hungry. Alan, can you make us something to eat? Make yourself useful for once.
No can do. Someone's coming over to see me now.
This is my house, and as long as you live here, you'll obey my rules. I never gave you permission to invite someone over. They're not welcome here.
Oh, my visitor has arrived.
Hello, everyone. Melanie, what are you doing here? Hi, Ariel and Mark.
What brings you to our home?
Mark, weren't you supposed to come to the hospital and work today? Doesn't look good to miss so many days of work.
Hey, don't need to talk about work right now. You're only a nurse. You should be talking to me in that tone.
How rude of you to say that to me. I'm a proud nurse.
Melanie, how do you know my sister and her husband?
We work at the same hospital. Sucks for us. And why are you dating my stupid brother? Alan proposed to me and we're officially getting married. But why? Don't you know that Alan is unemployed and you're going to be having to support him financially? Alan isn't unemployed.
Alan can't make you happy. You're making a big mistake. Spends his days watching YouTube videos in his room.
What is Mark talking about? He's not making any sense.
That's right. If I were you, I'd call off your engagement before it's too late.
You can still get out of this.
Don't you two know that Alan has a fabulous career as an architect? He makes a lot more money than the two of you combined.
Architect?
Take a look at this magazine article featuring Alan. He goes by the name Nate for work.
Whoa, I don't believe it.
Why didn't you say anything about this?
Because I didn't want you two to come after my money.
I had no idea your brother was such a big shot, Ariel. He's actually not a loser like we thought.
Now that I know this about him, I don't really mind him living with us after all.
You could have just been honest with us about what you do for a living.
Why would I want to tell you two, though? You told me that I was a stranger, that you wanted me to stay out of your lives.
You may have been featured in a magazine once, but that doesn't mean you're successful.
Now that you're engaged to Melanie, this is the perfect time for you to move out of this house and leave us alone. Don't you know anything about your brother, Ariel? You two are the ones who should be moving out, not Alan. Why?
What's going on here?
Why are we the ones that need to move out? It doesn't make any sense.
We're more qualified than Alan, and we deserve to live here.
Besides, Dad's the one that pays for everything. He should get the final say. Don't you know that I'm the head director of the hospital where you two work? Really? I had no idea, Grandma. Your grandmother is aware of your bad behavior, both at home and at the hospital.
What do you mean by that? What does she know about us?
Mark, we know that you had affairs with multiple patients. There were many times when we needed you to perform emergency operations, but you were unavailable because you were having a nice time with one of your lovers. Hold on a second. This can't be true, can it? Mark, explain to me.
None of this is true, Ariel. You have to believe me.
Ariel, you can't complain because you've been doing the exact same thing with the doctors working at the hospital. Also, whenever a new nurse starts working in the hospital, you bully them and force them to quit if you don't like them. Also, you don't do your job at all. You force the other nurses to do all the tasks that you find undesirable.
I can't believe this is happening. Which doctors did you cheat on me with?
Nellie's making this all up. I would never cheat on you. And why would I do such a thing at my workplace? You two are supposed to be at work today. Why aren't you at the hospital?
What are you talking about? Do you realize what a mess you created?
I merely told you the truth, Mark. Besides, everyone at the hospital knows about your affairs.
How is that possible? I was very discreet.
Melanie, you don't know what you're talking about.
I thought you and Mark were honorable people. I guess it was all an act.
Shut up, Alan. I didn't do any of the things that Melanie accused me of.
You haven't changed at all. You dress well and appear to be nice, but on the inside, you're a monster.
Alan, shut your mouth.
I'm sure that some men are fooled by your act, but when they catch on, you move on to your next victim.
I married Ariel because I thought she was pure and kind.
Actually, she's quite the opposite when you get to know her. My sister is famous for deceiving men and taking money from them. If you speak to her classmates from high school, they'll tell you all kinds of juicy stories about Ariel.
Alan, why are you doing this to me?
You know that I'm telling the truth and you can't hide from it. Who would have thought your stupid brother would be the one to expose you?
Ariel, how could you do this to me?
Mark, I don't think you're in a position to criticize Ariel.
Stay out of this, Melody. This is between me and Ariel.
I know many women that you've wronged and they all despise you. You lured them by saying that you were going to become a hotshot doctor. Mark, I married you because I thought you were decent. You deceived me. You told me that you only dated one other woman seriously besides me, liar. Or like a group of women. There are lots of women out there that would like to get revenge on Mark. I don't need to put up with this crap, Mark. I'm leaving you. I want a divorce.
Fine by me. I don't want to spend another minute being married to a tramp like you.
What did you just call me?
I should have married someone with finesse. Someone from a better family. What was I thinking, wasting my time on a woman like you?
You're a real asshole, you know that? Now get out of my house.
Are you sure the divorce is the best way forward? Will you have a place to live after you move out?
What are you talking about?
Do you realize how much debt you two will have after getting divorced?
How do you know that we're in debt?
I picked up some of your calls from loan sharks, that's why.
Why didn't you say something about it before?
I didn't think there was any point in saying anything to you. You don't take me seriously anyway. I know that you spent tons of money on your conquest. You bought your lovers designer handbags and paid for nights in luxury hotels. I overheard you say you had a credit card debt of $60,000.
Oh, you let the cat out of the bag.
All you care about is status and luxury, but what does all that really mean anyway? Why ruin your life by spending more than you have on multiple lovers?
You asshole, you never buy me anything nice.
You're one to talk. I know that you've been borrowing money from your friends. You both have good jobs. How is it possible you can't afford to pay your credit card bills?
Well,
To be honest, I hate you both. I've been waiting for the right moment to move out, but there's a good reason why I couldn't.
Alan, I need to ask you for a favor. After I'm gone,
I don't want to think about that. It makes me sad.
promise me that you'll take good care of your grandmother.
Grandma,
Grandma hasn't had an easy life. After we got married, we had a boy, but then our child died at the age of 2. He was run over by a truck in front of her eyes.
I had no idea.
Your grandmother blamed herself about the accident and about not being able to save our son. She became depressed because of this. Whenever she sees a truck driving by, she has a panic attack. I need you to take her to the hospital if she has a panic attack in the future.
Sure, I'm happy to help.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. Thank you, Alan.
Of course, that's what family's for, right? Must be so hard to have to deal with something that you can't ever get over.
Yes, so it'd mean the world to me if I knew that you were looking after her.
Alan, I had no idea that you had made a promise like that with Grandpa.
Yes, I promised to take good care of you after he was gone, and I'm going to keep my word, so you have nothing to worry about.
Hold on a second. What's going to happen to me?
That's not my problem. Figure it out on your own.
I'm your sister. Shouldn't you prioritize me over Grandma?
You said that we're strangers. I have no obligation to help out a stranger.
I was only teasing you. Don't take it so seriously.
Alan, will you help me out with my debts? Please?
Didn't you just say you're getting divorced from Ariel and marrying a rich woman to live a better house than this one?
I didn't mean to say that. I was angry and it was in the spur of the moment. I couldn't go into work today because the loan sharks were coming after me there.
Same here. That's why I didn't go into work either. Ellen, please help me out.
You're a successful architect, right? Surely you can afford to help us out. Alan, we're counting on you, man.
No way in hell! Not of the way you treated me.
I don't want to have to quit my job at the hospital because of this. I love working as a doctor.
We can't have people like you working at our hospital. Think about our poor patients. You shouldn't be asking for Alan's help with your problems. If you're so great like you say you are, you should be able to resolve this on your own. I'm going to have to ask you two to move out of this house.
I was so proud of my grandmother for speaking her mind.
Grandma, please don't say that. I really need your help with this. I'll divorce Mark and ask him to move out, so please let me live here with you. This is my house, and you're not welcome to live here. I know how mean you were to Alan, and I'm not going to forgive you for it. You have no right to ask for our help. It's too late for apologies, and don't expect to be forgiven either. You should lose everything in order to understand how good you had it.
Please help us, I beg you.
I'll change and make it up to you, I promise. Mom, you'll help me, right? Don't think that either of you can keep your jobs at the hospital. I'm holding an emergency meeting on Monday regarding your resignations. If I were you, I'd use the time off of work to look for a new place to live. Grandma, please don't do this to me. I'm sorry, really. Please forgive me.
My grandmother didn't give in. Ariel and Mark were forced to move out of the house.
Melanie, thank you for your help in this matter. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm just glad I could be of help. I didn't want to see Alan being abused by Ariel and Mark any longer. We should set up a time to celebrate your engagement. I'm so happy for the both of you.
You know what? Melanie and I are gonna live here with you.
Great idea, Alan. Are you sure? That would make me so happy.
I promised Grandpa that I would take good care of you. I'm gonna rebuild this house too.
Alan, thank you so much.
It's important for family to stick together. Besides, I love this neighborhood. The only thing that needs updating is this old house, and I can take care of that. After the weekend, it was announced at the hospital that Ariel and Mark would be leaving their posts. They were assigned to work at a clinic in the mountains. It wasn't easy living in the countryside, and both Ariel and Mark had a hard time adjusting.
I'm so bored. We don't even have internet access here. I want to watch my YouTube videos.
I miss being hit on by young and successful doctors. Why did I marry a loser like you?
Ariel and Mark didn't seem to understand it was their selfishness that led them there. They continued to blame society for their unhappiness. They didn't have much money to spend because they were both deep in debt.
Alan, Melanie, that was a beautiful wedding.
Yes, it was, and I'm so happy that you could be a part of it.
It's my first time being overseas and I'm enjoying it so much.
Melanie and I got married at a stunning beach resort. I was so excited to start a new family with her. I didn't have much luck with my sister, but I was confident that Melanie and I could create the type of family that I had always dreamed of. Trouble Busters!
I want to marry her, so I'm divorcing you.
Why? Because we're madly in love with each other. Rachel, are you sure that you want to publicly announce your love for my husband? Huh? I know all about.
You're working again? Why are you so busy these days?
Yes, we're short-staffed at the moment.
So, you're prioritizing work over me. Well, don't get mad if I end up cheating on you because of the lack of attention from you.
I'm sure you're joking, but that's not funny.
We're married. Shouldn't we be spending the weekends together?
I'm quitting my job at the end of this month. I'll be able to spend more time with you from next month.
Fine.
My name is Melanie, and I work as a nurse. I'm almost 33 years old. My husband Aaron is 5 years older than me. We met because he was a patient at the hospital, and I was in charge of taking care of him. We've been married for 10 years now. Aaron is a kindergarten teacher, and his parents own a Japanese-style hotel. His parents are well off, and they spoil Aaron. They still give him a lot of allowance. The house that Aaron and I live in was a gift from his parents. Currently, the hotel is run by Aaron's older brother and his wife, and business is doing well. I don't want any marriage problems with Aaron, but recently he's annoyed that I'm so busy with work.
Why is it taking us so long to get pregnant? I'm tired of waiting. I want to be a dad.
We have to be patient. These things can take time.
I think that it's the stress of your work that's causing you not to reproduce.
Perhaps, but I'm quitting my job soon, so hopefully things will work out after that. There are no issues with my fertility, so it must be timing. Do you want to take a fertility test as well, just to make sure?
Most infertility is caused by women. I don't need a test.
Okay. Mark, you can't drink any juice. It's bad for your condition. Oh, I'm sorry about that. No problem.
Melanie, I know that. I'm gonna buy some tea.
Mark, what is that in your hand?
Oh, you scared me.
I was right to follow you. You can't be trusted.
You caught me.
I saw your wife visit you today. She had a bag full of gifts for you. When she left the hospital, she wasn't holding the bag anymore, which means that you received them from her. You bought a hot tea from the vending machine earlier, and I assumed that you'd be eating something sweet to go with it. And here you are with a cream puff in your hand. It looks like your belly is protruding more than before.
I can't hide anything from you, can I? You have a keen eye.
This is not something to laugh about. You're on a restricted diet right now, and you need to follow the rules. Let's walk back to your room together. Today was a rather busy day. I'm so tired. Huh? Why did Aaron throw out his dinner? Oh, and where is he? Did you go out tonight? Hello? Melanie, are you busy? I haven't seen you for a while. Yes, I've been quite busy. It's my last month working at the hospital, so I took on a few extra shifts. Well, I'd love for you to come over soon. We're hoping for some happy news from you and Aaron soon, like a baby, for example. Yes, Aaron and I will schedule a day to come see you soon, probably next weekend. Okay, that sounds good. See you then. Aaron's mother is right. We haven't gone and seen them in a while.
Honey, I'm home.
It's really late. I wish you would have texted or called. I was worried.
You never tell me what you're doing. Why do I need to let you know my schedule?
I wasn't sure if you were going to eat dinner at home or not.
Oh, stop nagging me. Let me do what I want. You should know that the hospital will be fine without you. They have a ton of other nurses working there, but I only have one wife, and you need to take better care of me.
How can you say that to me? And I'm quitting at the end of this month. Don't give me such a hard time about this.
If I were a patient, I'd want to be treated by a young and beautiful nurse, not some middle-aged mediocre nurse like you.
That's really hurtful, Aaron.
Ugh, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed.
I knew that Aaron was drunk, but there must be some truth in what he just said to me. I never got the chance to ask him if he meant any of the things he said to me that night. 2 weeks passed after that. We had been planning to go see his parents together, but Aaron made other plans, and I ended up going on my own. Even after I got home, Aaron still wasn't home, and I was feeling restless. I was starting to think that something was wrong. I wonder where he could be.
I'm home.
Hey, Aaron. Oh, who is this? And what is she doing here? I'm in my pajamas, and I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm not properly dressed for a house guest. I wish you would have told me that you were bringing a friend over.
Makeup is not going to fix the way that you look. I want to marry her, so I'm divorcing you.
Why? Because we're madly in love with each other. I don't understand what is going on. Aaron, explain it to me, please. Is this a bad dream? That hurts, which means that I'm awake. I'm assuming that she's your lover, but why would you go out of your way to tell me about her?
Well...
I'm pregnant. What? Pregnant? You're joking, right? Are you sure about this?
Yes, we're sure. See, I'm not infertile. The reason we couldn't get pregnant was because of you. I'll pay you alimony, so I want you to move out of this house ASAP.
I don't know what to say. How are you going to pay me alimony?
My parents will give me the money. Money isn't an issue for me.
So not only were you cheating on me, but you got her pregnant? Great. Why would you do this to me?
I want to be with a woman who takes good care of me. You hadn't been paying attention to me recently, and I got lonely.
I'm about to quit my job. Then we could have spent more time together. Why couldn't you wait? I've been busy with work, but I've also been taking good care of the house.
The main reason is that I'm not attracted to you anymore. You're getting old, and it's not a good look on you.
I'm old?
All you do is work. You don't have time to dress up and be pretty or take care of yourself.
That's not true.
I saw you.
Saw me what?
I saw you shaving your mustache the other day and it really turned me off.
I had no idea that I was being watched. It's true that my facial hairs have gotten darker with age. I'm so embarrassed. But that doesn't make it okay for you to cheat on me. Stop trying so hard. You're old and you need to accept that. You have so many wrinkles on your face. It's unsightly.
Look at Rachel here. She's so young and beautiful.
That's right. You need to make more of an effort to be beautiful, and you clearly gave up on that a long time ago. You can't get pregnant because Aaron isn't attracted to you, and the baby wants a pretty mother, not someone like you. You have no right to say these things to me.
Anyhow, I'm not interested in staying married to you anymore. I want you to move out.
Here's a gift from the both of us. Your divorce papers. I can't believe that this is happening to me, but maybe they have a point. I mean, Aaron and I couldn't get pregnant for 10 years, and with Rachel, he got pregnant right away. I guess I was the reason we couldn't get pregnant after all. I'm quitting my job, and I was going to prioritize Aaron from now on. How could he do this to me? I feel a little better now, having let it all out. Now I'm just angry! Aaron should have never cheated on me! I feel like I've seen Rachel from somewhere before. She seems familiar. I've signed the divorce papers and I'm all packed up. I'm ready to start my new life. I'll stay at a hotel until I find a new place to live. I'm not going to let Aaron and Rachel get away with this unscathed. I won't forgive them, troublebusters! Aaron, when can I expect to receive the alimony payments from you? I can't wait any longer. It's been 2 months already.
I know that. I still haven't gotten around to telling my parents that we're divorced. I'll talk to them soon and get back to you about the alimony. Sit tight, okay?
You still haven't told them about our divorce? I can't trust you to tell them. I need to speak to your parents directly then.
You're totally annoying. Did you know that? That's why I left you and I made the right choice.
Ugh!
You're single with no kids. I guess money is your only motivation now.
Don't make assumptions about me. I'm coming over now to sort this out once and for all. Aaron, I'm not going to let you prolong this anymore.
You must have a lot of free time on your hands.
Aaron has agreed to pay you the alimony, so why don't you just leave him alone? You're not welcome here.
Lower your voice. The neighbors can hear you. Mom, Dad, what are you doing here?
Melanie asked us to come here for a family discussion. Why didn't you tell us that you two are divorced now? Melanie told us that you cheated on her and got your lover pregnant. What were you thinking?
Let me explain, Mom.
Melanie, we apologize for the way that Aaron treated you. His behavior is unacceptable. We'll make sure that he makes it up to you.
I'm so sorry for the way that things turned out.
We hope that you'll accept this as a part of our apology to you. $50,000? That's too much. I can't accept money from the two of you. This isn't your fault. I'm very grateful that you took the time to listen to my side of the story. You've already done so much for me.
Please accept this. It'll make us feel a little better about this whole situation. I'm sorry that Aaron wasted 10 years of your precious life. What he did to you is unforgivable. He's going to spend the rest of his life making it up to you. You should accept the money, Melanie. This is what you came here for.
That's right. After today, we don't need to see you anymore.
What the hell is the matter with you two? This is far from over.
Aaron, why should we be the ones to pay the alimony on your behalf?
Well, you've always been happy to give me money, and I'm broke. This money is from us to Melanie as a symbol of regret on our part.
You need to come up with the alimony yourself. You're on your own this time.
Will you at least lend me the money? I can't get a job right away.
We don't have any money to waste on you. What's going on, Aaron? This isn't what I signed up for. You told me that your parents would be more than happy to pay.
Who are you anyway? We have no obligation to financially support you. We don't even know you.
But your son said that, and he was the one that hit on me first. He promised to make me happy and take care of the money as well. Well, aren't you selfish? Aaron, if you had never flirted with me, none of this would have happened.
Hey, it's not all my fault. You had feelings for me too.
This is a total turnoff. You're not the man that I thought you were. Rachel, are you sure that you can say that about Aaron? What? I know your secret. Aaron isn't the father of your baby. That's not true. Stop making up lies.
Rachel, tell me that what Melanie said isn't true.
Well,
I don't believe this. You've been lying to me this whole time.
Melanie doesn't know what she's talking about. Besides, she doesn't have any proof. And how would Melanie get information like that about me? We don't even know each other.
I should have never started anything with you. I'm a complete idiot.
Melanie, show me the evidence that this baby isn't Aaron's.
Yes, show us, Melanie. I wouldn't want to find out later that you were lying to us about something like this.
Melanie, we'd like to know the truth as well. Are you saying that this woman has been lying to my son? Please allow me to explain then. When I first saw Rachel with Aaron, she seemed familiar, and I was trying to remember where I knew her from. Really? And then I remembered. You're dating one of the patients at the hospital that I used to work for. The patient's name is Sean. Oh.
You told me that you weren't seeing anyone else.
Sean was in a car accident, and he severely injured his leg. His doctor told him that his leg wouldn't get any better, and in the end, Sean quit his job. Sean told me that when he let you know about this, you went MIA. He was really hurt.
Rachel, you're such a bitch.
Well, I need money to raise my baby, and I thought that you were rich. I quit my job as a nurse at the hospital soon after I got divorced from Aaron. He wanted me to quit my job and spend more time with him. If Aaron hadn't left me, I would have become a housewife. But since I was single again, I was wondering what I should do with my life. When I realized that Rachel and Sean had been dating, I thought that there was a possibility that the baby that Rachel is carrying was his and not Aaron's. I also needed to go see my lawyer and deal with the paperwork after my divorce, but I didn't feel like leaving my apartment.
How is this relevant to anything?
Yeah, you're just making assumptions about the situation. I'm not finished telling the story yet. The best is yet to come.
Huh? I don't get it.
I remembered that one of my patients told me that I'd make a good investigator, and so I decided to get a job in an investigation firm. And my first job was investigating Rachel.
You're a PI now.
That's right.
Whenever you meet a subject, you should always be recording your conversation with them.
Got it, boss.
When you're following someone, make sure that you don't look into their eyes, or they might remember you the next time that you see them. If the person you're following suddenly stops, don't stop with them and just walk past them naturally. After that, you change your appearance slightly in a side street and follow them once more. That way, you can follow the same person without being noticed.
Thank you for all the advice. It was really helpful.
I've been doing this for a long time now, so ask me if you have any more questions. That's how I hid myself from loan sharks.
Loan sharks?
Yes, I have a gambling problem and I tend to go into debt often. I spend my time thinking about how to better hide myself from people that are looking for me.
I see.
I became a PI so that I could understand the behavior of people following me. Everything I learned on the job is helping me stay safe from the loan sharks. What the hell are you going on about, Todd? I'm here for my money. How did you find me?
Todd, who is this?
My name is Alan, and I'm the president of Blue Finance. If you ever need to borrow money, we can help you out.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Melanie, I need to go now. He's a really fast runner.
Sorry, I got a little carried away with my story. After I learned the job from my colleagues, I did some digging on Rachel, and I also recorded any important conversations that I had with my subjects. Sean told me that Rachel comes to see the salon every Saturday. Oh, and there she is. She's going to a cafe with a friend. I'm going to follow her. I'm so annoyed with Sean for quitting his job. I'm glad that I didn't tell him about my pregnancy. The guy I'm seeing right now, Aaron, he comes from a rich family, so I'm going to be much happier with him. He thinks the baby is his, which is perfect for me. He's so gullible.
Rachel, you lying bitch!
Ah!
You ruined my life. I'm not going to forgive you for this. I'm going to sue you for lying to me. This is as much your fault as it is hers. Do you realize how much you hurt Melanie? You ruined her life too. Dad, Rachel was lying to me. I didn't know any better.
You were married to Melanie when you approached Rachel. This is your fault, you piece of shit. Oh, I didn't expect you to say something like that to Aaron. I'm ashamed to call you my son. I feel responsible. I need to fix this.
As do I. Anyway, you only have yourselves to blame for this.
I totally agree. I'm asking Aaron to pay me $40,000 and Rachel $30,000.
What? You can't do that. I just told you that I'm broke.
Same here. I don't have that kind of money.
You need to lower the amounts. It's not realistic.
I wouldn't have dumped Shauna and started dating Aaron if I had my own money. You told me that you were madly in love with Aaron. Were you lying about that too? That's because I believed that Aaron would take good care of me. Well, I have no pity for either of you, and I'm not lowering the amounts. I've hired a lawyer, and I will be suing you both.
Mom, Dad, can you help me out here? Please.
I've always wanted a daughter.
What are you talking about?
I was so happy when you married Melanie. She's such a sweet person. Even when you weren't available, she would come over to see your father and I on her own. I love spending time with you and your husband. I will never forgive you for the way that you treated Melanie.
You're an adult, and you need to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. But you two were so nice to me before. You always gave me money when I needed it.
That's because we thought you were a decent person, but clearly we were wrong about you. Melanie, we are so sorry about all of this. You don't need to apologize to me. If I had quit my job sooner, maybe the outcome would have been different. I'm sad that things didn't work out between Aaron and I.
Aaron, look at what you've done. You made Melanie regret her decisions when she's done nothing wrong. I'm cutting all ties with you. Melanie, I'm sorry for everything I put you through. Please forgive me. Would you consider getting back with me? Please.
No, I would never do that. I don't need you in my life anymore. What's going to happen to me? Have you all forgotten that I'm still standing here? Aaron, we're already married. What are you going to do about that?
I'm divorcing you. This was all a sham.
How am I supposed to take care of my baby then?
You figure that out. The baby isn't even mine.
But you're my husband. You have an obligation to take care of me.
How can you say that to me? You lied.
You're not exactly honest either. I think that we're a pretty good match. You two sort this out in your own time. Melanie, let's get going. Yes, let's be on our way. I sued both Aaron and Rachel through my lawyer. I returned the $50,000 that I received from Aaron's parents because I didn't feel right about accepting the money from them. I continued my friendships with Aaron's mother because we got along well. We go out for coffee together from time to time and catch up. Melanie, I hope all is well with you. I'm so sorry for what Aaron did to you. I know that my apologies aren't going to change anything, but I want you to know how sorry I am. You really don't need to keep on apologizing to me. You didn't do anything wrong. Let's talk about something fun. The one good thing that I got out of my marriage to Aaron is our friendship. That's something to be grateful for. You're such a great girl, Melanie. You deserve to be happy. I would totally adopt you if you agreed. I wouldn't want to be in the same family as Aaron, so I'm going to have to decline your offer. How is Aaron, by the way? That makes sense. You want nothing to do with Aaron. Aaron and Rachel got divorced. One of the neighbors saw Aaron and Rachel out together one day, and they knew that he was still married to you, so people began to gossip. Yes, it's a small town. That's right. You know how the people in this town like to gossip. Bad rumors spread really fast. It's hard to keep a big secret in a small town like ours. The kindergarten found out about Aaron's affair, and they fired him from his teaching job. They said that he was a bad influence on the children and the reputation of the school. Now he works odd jobs to make ends meet. He has some debt with the Blue Finance, and the interest rates they charge there are ridiculously high. I see. That sounds like a tough life. With his reputation, he probably won't be able to get a stable job, which will only make it harder for him to pay back his debts. Rachel also borrowed money from the Blue Finance. She's going to be a single mother, which means that it won't be easy for her to pay back all those debts either. That sounds rough, but I guess they both deserve to be punished. I hope that they've learned their lessons. Yes, they need to take responsibility for their bad choices.
Melanie, you brought in a lot of new business for us, so thank you.
Well, because you loaned Aaron and Rachel some money, I was able to receive payments from them both, so thank you too.
Alan, you do realize that I'm the one that told Melanie about Blue Finance, so you owe me one, okay? Do you think that you could forget about the money that I owe you? No way in hell! You owe me that money and you will pay me back! Okay. By the way, Melanie, you have a new client meeting this afternoon.
Got it. Thanks for letting me know, Todd.
All the clients want to hire Melanie and not me, so I'm so broke. Don't blame Melanie. We know that it's your gambling that's a problem. You can't lie to me, Todd. I know everything.
Todd, you really need to overcome your gambling addiction and focus on your job more.
Alan's exaggerating. I'm not addicted. I just like to gamble for fun, that's all.
Time went by and I learned a lot about being a good PI. I guess Mark was right. This is the perfect job for me. Now I have the dream of starting my own investigation firm. I'm no longer stuck in a miserable marriage and I have the freedom to do whatever I want with my life. Trouble busters.